So when I was in elementary school, I remember doing a project, science project, about pediatricians. And that when I grew up, that's what I wanted to be. So even from an early age, I had this desire to help people and to do it in a way that was medicinal, that improved their health and their well-being. And I never really lost that desire. I went through a phase where I wasn't sure I wanted to pursue it because it takes so much time and dedication, and I was afraid I wouldn't be able to have a family, and that was important to me. But I never could get rid of that desire, and I decided that I wanted to do medical missions because there were so many people in the world that had a need, that were lacking in their medical care and needed somebody that would be there. For me, it wasn't about money, it was about actually providing for those people. When I was young, I thought I would have to go overseas, to some other country to be able to be a medical missionary. But as I grew up, I realized that there are so many people in our own country that are lacking, that are in need. So really, it's its own mission field. And it was then that I decided I was going to stay in the United States and really go back to a small town. I just happened to grow up in Cairo and had no idea that I would actually wind up back in my own hometown. But that's exactly what happened. I loved growing up here. I have wonderful childhood memories. I'm thankful that I'm able to come back and serve our community, our little part of the world. I decided to go to school at Mercer University here in Georgia, and then was accepted into their medical school. And it's kind of funny because I actually had one class in undergrad, with my husband. And he always at that time I really didn't know who he was, and he makes fun of me because I always sat in the front of the classroom and asked a ton of questions and held the class up. But I made a much better grade than he did. So we actually didn't become friends until we were in medical school. He had a similar worldview. He had an obvious heart that wanted to benefit people, other people, and we became friends before we realized we were in love and that we were right for each other. My family actually realized it first. Kind of giggled behind our backs that, hey, they're gonna wind up getting married, and we did. And actually, the fears I had about not being able to have a family were unfounded and not true. And we now have 4 kids. We have a 10-year-old daughter, 8-year-old son, and 2 3-year-old twins, boy and girl. So we have a very full life. We're blessed to live here in my hometown I grew up in, where my parents are, and they're a big blessing to help care for our children. So we have a very close-knit family, and Jonathan and I actually got married around our 2nd year of medical school, so we've been on this journey pretty much from the beginning together.